Hey guys, Yugiohbouy here with a deck profile on my Disaster Dragon deck. First, since Protoman V20 gave me a shout out in a video that used my Glad deck that I traded him, I have to give him a shout out. So check the doobly-doo down below, and with a link to his channel. I also have a link to his channel on my channel, as well as my rest of my team, the Pretty Squad dude. We also have a blog, which I'll have a link down in the description. I'll do something. I'll have a link to the blog in every video and on my channel. So keep updated with the team. Mainly me, and the others don't really care, but I care about you guys. So yeah, here's the deck. Start off with 3 Darkness Metals. The backbone of the deck. Pretty much everyone knows what he does since he came out in a promo now, so I don't really need to explain. But basically, he's just in here to summon your you use him to special summon a card, so you can special summon another one, or just as a 28 beater. 3 Red Eyes Wyverns. He is here because you mill him, like 2 of him and 2 Darkness Metals off with a Future Fusion and like a Totem Dragon, and if you're lucky next turn, you can basically pull off a win condition, because having an LADD and 2 Red Eyes Darkness Metals is pretty much a game. 3 Quackimero Dragos. This guy, he's good against Blackwings and Lightsworns, and the Infernities are kind of rising in popularity, but I think they suck. Whatever, that's just my personal opinion. So yeah, Infernities, Lightsworns, Blackwings, whatever uses Light and Darks, Teledad, Monarchs, a lot of stuff nowadays. So yeah, he's just, and the revealing your dragon is easy since every monster in this deck is a dragon. You're not gonna exactly have no targets. The only condition is you will want to summon him last, because you will not be able to summon your Red Eyes Darkness Metals, your, Clear Vices, Prime Material, any of that stuff, or do most of your synchroing except for Stardust after this guy hits the field, so he has to be done last. 2 Light and Darkness Dragons. This guy, I was only running 1 at first, but he's just too good to not run 2. Not only does he, this guy, people actually won't duel me at my locals anymore because of this guy, because once he hits the field, it's pretty much game. For one thing, he is a 28 beater at start, which is just amazing in itself, being able to summon easily with Totem Dragon. But on top of it, he also negates everything, and he can negate any card as long as it's not a counter trap 4 times. So that's 4 cards that your opponent uses that they lose. So even if your opponent was at their first turn, if they wanted to use 1 card, they would have to use every card in their hand, pretty much. So he's basically a win condition in himself. Now onto the lesser dragons. We have 2 Exploder Dragons. Just summon him with Mass Dragon, and your opponent will think twice about attacking. So that's really his only purpose. 2 Totem Dragons. You want to mill this with Future Fusion is the most common way of using. But he's in here because LADD cannot be special summoned. So Totem Dragon's ability to come back once on its own or be brought back multiple times by Red Eyes Darkness Metal is really helpful, because if your LADD gets bounced or something, you can just bring this back and tribute it again. Yeah. Clear Vice. I wasn't running this guy, but he's actually really good. He's won me a few games just because he can kill any monster on your opponent's field. And on top of that, if he does die because he reversed to 0 attack, you can just, bring him back with our Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Prime Material Dragon. Just stops destruction, because, you don't want to run into a random smashing ground that you can't stop with a Starlight Road. 3 Mass Dragons. Searches out your Exploder Dragons. You can put a Totem Dragon to the grave if you want. Or, whatever. Those are really only targets. Sorry, I have a summer cold or something. 1 Debris Dragon, just his tuning, and same with Dread Dragon, just tuning. Okay, on to the spells. We have 2 Gold Sargs, well, 1.5. It's an inside joke. Yeah, this card the only reason that this deck is good now is because a lot of the times you'll get a hand that would be great if you just had 1 more card. And usually, if you can get this, and you can stall for the 2 turns to get your Future Fusion or Light and Darkness or Totem Dragon to your hand, then it's pretty much game. Burial and Future Fusion. These are 2 important engines to the deck, and I'm going to explain why. They really work in unison. Future Fusion mills your wyverns and totem dragons to the grave, and since wyverns and totem dragons remove themselves to use their effects, your burial can return them to the grave so you can use their effects again. They really work in amazing unison, and there's two amazing cards. Smashing Rounds. I run this over. I used to run one and then a Lightning Vortex, but it's too good, and you know, too many people are just spamming Starlight Rose now. So this is an amazing destruction card. You know, you take out one of your opponent's monsters, and usually high attack monsters have high defense. So yeah, you just have to be careful when to use it. Mind Control, Brain Control. This card can help you pull out. This Mind Control is just for synchroing really, but Brain Control can help you pull off amazing combos. For example, at my locals, my hand was Brain Control and LADD. My opponent overextended and went and summoned a Goyo and a Hyunlai. I Brain Controlled the Goyo, killed the Hyunlai, main phase 2, tribute for LADD, and push for game. Spell and Trap Destruction, staples. 2 Book of Moon. These are staples, but they have a second use in the Disaster Dragons. They really can... Well, Quakimaru Drago stops special summoning lights and darks. And if you flip your Quakimaru Dragon face down with your Book of Moon, you can summon your Red Eyes Darkness Meadows again. So if your deck is slowing down because of your own Quakimaru Drago and you can't tribute it for something, or Synchro, Book of Moon makes a great alternative. 1 Starlight Road. It's pretty much a staple nowadays. And on top of that, it summons a good dragon, so it can just really be helpful when you run into a heavy storm or lightning vortex. Mirror Force, Call, Solemn, Bottomless, Bottomless. All of those are staples. 2 Burst Breath. This card can be really, really good. You can, you know, if, like I said, sometimes you need to get rid of your Quakimaru Drago because it's just dead and its effect is hurting you more than your opponent now. So you can take out all monsters with less than 19 defense. If you really have to in a desperate situation, you can just basically wipe the field clean if you tribute a Red Eyes Darkness Meadow for it. Or you can get rid of a dead Light and Darkness and kill anything with 800 defense or less. Which, when it comes to like a Black Wings and Light Swords, is a large number of monsters. And then Royal Oppression Torrential. Torrential is a staple pretty much nowadays. And Royal Oppression is in here because when you have a field of 4 or 5 dragons, you're not going to be doing much special something anymore, so and Royal Oppression can just help. So now I'm going to give you guys a quick flip through of the deck one more time, just so you can see it again. Yeah, so I will do, like I said before,